When I check the survival list, my aunt and uncles weren't there. I went to check for them inside. When they checked the hospital list, they weren't there. So where could they be? They're in the wrong, right?
Bettina Obias was hoping to pay a surprise visit to her aunt and uncle, Maria and Claudio Bonafoy. But instead of a happy reunion, tragedy when she learned the apartment building where Tita Coy and Tito Claudio, as Obias affectionately called them, collapsed.
That driver dropped me off, and when I passed by through the location of where her apartment, I screamed and cried.
They had lived in their 10th floor apartment in Miami Beach for nearly 2 decades.
Okay. She painted, she drew, she was a photographer. Oh, it's unbelievable. She is my Renaissance woman. She really was. Yeah, she's my Renaissance woman.
With no new survivors being pulled out of the rubble, Bettina is expecting the worst.
I know this is so painful, but when you think about her possibly still being over there,
oh my God,
what goes through your mind and your uncle?
We don't want her to hurt and be in pain. At the same time, if they're alive and they really want to be alive and they're fighting for their life, I hope God lets them live.
What is your message to other families who are in your same position, waiting to hear from loved ones that live in that building?
It's like a cliche, but please love your mother, hug your mother, kiss. I kiss my mom a lot every day, and she laughs and she giggles. Kiss your father, kiss your mother, because you never know if it's gonna be the last time you're going to hug and kiss them. Really, you never know.
The Bonafoys are just 2 of the estimated 159 people missing after this 136-unit building came crashing down in mere seconds at 1:30 a.m. on Thursday, while many of the residents inside were sleeping.
This whole building right here is gone, the whole back side of it, everything to the beach, it collapsed.
This is going to be an entire building, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 to 13 stories.
Walls ripped away, images frozen in time, bunk beds, where moments before, residents were sleeping. The parts of the complex still standing, with precarious concrete chunks, dangling wires, and fires, further complicating rescue efforts. 4 people have been confirmed to have died, including Stacy Fang, the mother of this 15-year-old boy Jonah firefighters pulled from the rubble hours after it collapsed. Nicholas Balboa was nearby when he spotted Jonah in the rubble. He stayed with him until rescuers arrived.
He was just, don't leave me, don't leave me. So I just made sure that he could hear my voice and know that, like somebody's there. I'm trying to get help. We're going to get you out of there.
Today, the teenager who plays junior varsity baseball for his high school is recovering. But as days go by, the situation turning dire for dozens of families, many of them still waiting for any news about their loved ones. The faces of those missing coming into focus. Elon Nybrith, a 21-year-old student at the University of Chicago. His parents remembering him tonight.
Loved sports. He was my protector in every sense. Just all around good kid.
45-year-old Edgar Gonzalez, still unaccounted for. His wife and daughter, fortunately, in stable condition. Orsemi and Betty Guerra lived in Unit 910. Their daughter Michelle telling us she's hoping that they are together. Simon Siegel, a structural engineer born in Havana, Cuba. His family sharing he loved to travel and having movie nights with family. He truly loved life, they said. Luis Andres Bermudez, his grandmother saying, "My grandson is my everything." First responders have been carefully combing through the wreckage, searchers forming a human chain, removing debris by hand, using sonar, dogs.
And you can see the activity. These first responders are going in through tunnels. They're working from the top. They're working from the bottom. It has to be done very, very carefully.
Teams of 10 to 12 rescuers entering the rubble, working in 15-minute shifts until they grow tired from lifting the heavy debris. The search and rescue effort hindered this morning by pouring rain and heavy wind. The whole structure so unstable, blocks around the tower have been closed. These crews have been to disasters before, to Ground Zero in New York, to Haiti, and they are not giving up hope.
Everybody's running in one direction, they're running into the problem. And trust me, they're putting their lives in peril.
Tonight, so many questions about how a tragedy on this scale could have happened. Champlain Towers South were built in 1981 in Surfside, just 6 miles north of Miami. 12 stories with 136 units. It housed a mix of year-round residents, snowbirds, and part-time renters. For decades, it stood against hurricane-force winds. Authorities searching for clues as to why part of the building came crashing down, considering every possibility.
Further investigation will be very critical to understand what was at the root of this. Nothing's ruled out.
One man telling CNN his mother said she'd heard creaking noises just a day before the collapse.
She just told me that she had woken up around 3, 4 in the morning and had heard like some creaking noises, some, just like sort of creaking noises. They were loud enough to wake her up, but that was it.
She's now among the missing. The building had recently begun its 40-year structural recertification process. Work had started on its roof. A Surfside commissioner saying the towers had been scrutinized in recent years and that construction of a nearby building had led to some issues with the Champlain Towers' garage.
To my understanding, there were some cracks from that project, minor cracks, but they were just patched up. Nothing, based on my understanding, to the magnitude that would indicate that there's a structural problem that could result in something so catastrophic.
In 2015, a tenant sued the Condo Association, claiming water damage from cracks in her walls. The two sides reached a settlement. And a 2020 Florida International University study found that in the 1990s, the land beneath the tower sank at a faster rate than in neighboring towns. The author telling ABC News it was flagged as a building that moved compared to most of the others that were stable. Tonight, in the face of unimaginable devastation, the painstaking work continues to find the missing.
They do not stop. They work around the clock in the rain and the lightning, and small fires have taken place. They haven't stopped searching, and they'll continue to do so.
Our thanks to Stephanie. So many families hoping now for a miracle. Earlier, I spoke to Rachel Spiegel, whose mother, Judy, is still missing. Rachel, you are in all of our hearts tonight. Tell us first some things about your mom.
My mom is the best person in the world. She is the most loving grandma. I'm in my kids' playroom right now. You can see the Barbie airplane, the TV, the closet full of stuff. Honestly, I'm looking at the books and it's like breaking my heart because I know that the books at the forefront are the ones that my mom either bought or the ones that my mom reads to my kids. I know it, like Gabby's Dollhouse from Netflix, like there's a coloring book. I know all the Pinkalicious. My kids love the Pinkalicious. They love when my mom reads her that.
Tell us about the last text that you had with her.
You know, the night of Wednesday was, it'll remain in my heart forever, regardless of the outcome. She said, "I love you." And then she said, "Oh my God, I just remembered Scarlett wanted this dress. And it's a Disney dress. It's at Target. It's a bell, sequin rose dress. And she bought the dress. It's in the mail. Yay, I got it." She said, "I love you." She said, "I know that you've been under a lot of stress. I love you so much. Have a great night. I'll talk to you tomorrow."
What have you been able to tell Scarlett thus far? Because I know that she offered to go and find Grandma because she knows her hiding places.
So my rabbi came to my house tonight, and together we talked to my daughter. We told her that there was an accident in the building and that my mom was missing. And she said, "Well, Mom, maybe she's hiding. I bet she's in a really good hiding spot and you just haven't found her yet." And I said, "We're not giving up. We're going to keep looking for her. We're going to find her." The rabbi said, "We have, your mom has talked to so many people. The news even knows about your mom. Everybody knows about grandma, and everybody's looking for grandma. We better find her. We need to find her.
Rachel, thank you so much for joining us. And honestly, the whole world is praying for your mom, and we're all looking for her in our hearts. Be well.
Thank you. Thank you.
And as families like Rachel's await word tonight, one family's incredible story of survival. Next.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.